What's good with y'all, man? So listen, guys, I know why you here. $1 million question, right? What happens when you ignore a woman? And does it really work? Guys, does it even work? I'm here to give you the answer. I'm gonna give you the whole spiel. Even I'm gonna give you an example of a situation I'm even going through, right? But I'm gonna give y'all the whole thing for this whole video. So check out the whole thing. Simple answer though is yes, it works. Of course it works, right? Guys, before we jump into this, y'all follow me on IG, check the links in the description, hit the subscribe, hit the like, turn the notifications, etc. Let's get into this, right? Guys, it works. I don't want to, let's not sugarcoat this. We're not going to sugarcoat this. We're not going to lie. I'm tired of hearing, you know, the side of the females that's going to sit here and be like, well, you're toxic and blah, blah, blah. Because, guys, I know a lot of y'all be feeling bad when you be ignoring them, right? Y'all feel some kind of way when you play to win for yourself, right? When you just want the box and you feel like you got to take her out, you know what I'm saying? Or you get the box, you know what I'm saying? You play your cards right, you get it, and you feel like you just stole candy from a baby. Hey, it's cool. She enjoyed it just as much as you did, right? And here's the other point of that, guys. What y'all don't realize is the same girls that'll sit here and bash you for getting what you want and just not giving an F about whatever else or catering to her needs. These same girls that'll sit here and put you down for ignoring them, they do the same thing to other guys. They do the same thing. They do the same thing. How many guys do they leave on red? Fellas, an even better question for you. How many times have you made yourself readily available for a chick and she ignored you because she thought, oh, I can have this guy at any time. Oh, I can do this. I can do. Oh, and you want to sit here and be like, you know, oh, men, you're toxic if you do. Nah, we ain't hearing none of that. You know what I'm saying? We ain't hearing none of that. So, guys, check this out, right? When you ignore a girl, what's going through their brain? You know what I'm saying? I made a video, The Psychology of Ignoring a Woman. I'm going to put the link to that at the end of this video. Check that out. A lot of guys wonder, why does it work? Does it even work? It works, bro. It works. So stop questioning whether or not it works. It works for guys that have value. Present your value. So when you ignore her, that means that, oh, this guy must have, this is what she's thinking. He must have options, right? He must have other things he's got going on. There must be, you know, more things that are more important to him than me. What this does to her is make her want to fight to earn a spot, to see you, to be with you, etc., etc. But only after a man has the respect of himself and presents that value and she sees it. You know what I'm saying? That's when ignoring them works. That's when, oh, you start flaking on. Like, guys, some of y'all don't realize, hey, you can be doing the same thing these chicks is out here doing. But only the guys that really put in the work and the effort. When you ignore a chick, that weighs so much. You know what I'm saying? It holds weight when you do that stuff. Or where most guys, it's like, oh, well, you know, you don't want to get ignored and you don't want to get flaked on. Well, that's because you're not doing it the right way. The guys that do it the right way, when they ignore a chick, she comes back even harder. She's trying to see you more. You know what I'm saying? She's out here trying to be like, well, why is it? She's thinking about you, right? While you out here just living your life and you might be having other chicks. You might be having other things going on. You should be. You should be straight up. But she's going to sit here and be like, you know, I need to earn this. I need to earn. And that's when you get everything you can possibly want from a woman. And it all starts with, you know, a lot of times it does start with ignoring them. Because I'm going to tell you something. It works best. You know what I'm saying? Typically, you don't have to start with it. Let's be real here. If a chick starts with the games, guys, I'm going to tell you something. The only time you want to really do this or you even need this is when a chick starts with her games. You know what I'm saying? All things, you know, cordial, all things cool. If she was just on board with your program from the jump, you don't even got to ignore her. You know what I'm saying? Unless she actually turned, you know, unless you got what you wanted, which you know, happened with this situation with me. I got what I wanted, but she disqualified herself. So when she's blowing me up, I'm ignoring because I don't want to see you. Or maybe you trying to expect too much. You know, I already got what I wanted. Wasn't good enough for me. Or, you know, I don't care to see you again. And she's still going, but I ignore her. So that makes her want to chase even harder, chase even harder. So, you know, and side point on that, forget all the women that's going to sit here and tell you, oh, that's weak. If a man's not supposed to be, a woman shouldn't be chasing a man, blah, blah, blah. No, they're going to chase the man that they deem as more valuable and higher status than them. If they want something from a man, they're going to chase that guy. They will. Ask them who their celebrity crush is. Enough said. Guys, it can be you. It can be you. So, example right here. Post this up. Y'all see these messages. I had to, block out, obviously address and name and all that other stuff. But to just give y'all a brief, situation here, because I'm not going to go to the whole thing. I've been talking to this chick for months, right? So it's not like, this is just one of the situations I got going, but it's a perfect example, guys. So, right when I met this chick initially, I'm not even showing the text previously, but when I met her before, I made myself available for one time. And this is what I tell you guys. When you're out with it, when you're talking to a chick, you make yourself available one time. This is the test for them. This is very important. Key in on this. This is the test for them. You know what I'm saying? So if she takes it for granted, which most of them do, because they don't, a lot of times they assume that they can get you at another time because they're used to they're used to the side of being chased, right? And it is what it is for them. Naturally, you're a woman. You're born with a value because you got that thing between your legs. You don't really got to do much. You live in life on easy mode. Well, that doesn't work for all guys. So you make yourself available one time if you meet this chick, and this is when you figure out if she with the games or not. So I made myself available one time. She was one of the few who didn't take up on it. So I'm like, all right, bet. Pull everything back. Now I'm ignoring you, right? This turned into her trying to, let's, go out here on Tuesday. I'm busy. Oh, well, what about Thursday? I'm busy. You know what I'm saying? That's when it started cycling to you ignoring her. That's when I started ignoring this chick, right? So initially, now we're catching up to this message right here. And that's when I'm like, hey, let's drink at your crib and this and that. Send me the Addy. I get what I want. At the end of the night, I get what I want, right? Turns out, through the process, I'm not going to explain. She got disqualified. You know what I'm saying? I got what I wanted. And I don't mind. See, here's the thing with women. And if you ladies is watching, I ain't got no problem with staying with you. You know what I'm saying? We kicking it and we just having a good time, you know what I'm saying, together. And you should know what I mean by that. I'm not talking about playing checkers and tic-tac-toe. I'm talking about good time like that. You know what I'm saying? A good smashing time. I'm cool with that. But if I pick up on certain things, you know what I'm saying? I'm a peep. I'm a be aware. I'm conscious aware of what's going on. She disqualified herself. And guys, listen to me. If you see stuff that disqualifies this chick in your eyes, don't feel any kind of way about it. This is the problem. We got guys that feel bad, but women don't feel bad when they're in a situation of, rejecting, flaking on a guy. You know what I'm saying? They don't feel bad about that. Using a guy. They are totally okay with that. They're conscious. They're free about it. So guys, what I'm telling you, even though y'all got a moral code or something like that, bro, live for you. Win when you want to win. So if you choose to ignore this girl because she disqualified herself, that's your choice, right? So I started ignoring her. Obviously we had a good time and stuff, but she wanted to see me more, as you can see by these. But, I don't want to see you anymore. I got other things going on, not to mention you're one of a few. And I already, I told her that same night, like, hey, I'm not looking for nothing serious. I tell girls straight up, you know what I'm saying? They still want to roll with it. That's cool. But if she disqualifies herself from being a consistent thing for me, then that is what it is. But now this is what we get. Now this is what we get. She's trying to set up a time to, link up again. And the way she messed up on this is thinking that I want to go out on a date with you. Why do you, it's crazy when a chick thinks that she can get you out on a date. And this is the funny thing. Let me ask y'all this. If a girl is asking you out on a date, does she pay? That's just a question. That's just a question. Because I'm like, hey, if you trying to get out with a girl on the first date, you asking her out, then, bro, hey, by all means, hey, pay for the date, bro. Pay for the date. You know what I'm saying? But if she's asking me, like, I don't want to get out with you, but you asking me out on a date, so should she feel obligated to pay for me? Not to say that I would let her, but I'm not even going to get out with her. But you know what I'm saying? Like, isn't that crazy? How the roles are flipped. Now it's like she's trying to get you out on a date. And this has happened many times for me, guys. This happened many times, but it's because I'm just nonchalant about it to begin with, but I disqualify so easily. And I already got what I wanted. So it's like, we can kick it and be cool, but I'm not going to go out with you and waste my time. You know what I'm saying? After I already got the prize, it just doesn't make any sense, fellas. But you can clearly see here, ignoring. Hey, stranger. Y'all get that message, right? Oh, how you been? Hey, stranger. You see it right there. You know what I'm saying? That's clear cut proof. You ignore chicks, they're going to stay in that. They're going to be thinking about you subconsciously. They're going to be imagining you. Man, the time y'all had before, she's going to be thinking about how good that thing was, you know, feeling. She's going to be thinking about the good time we had, how good it was feeling, how, you know, whatever other fantasy she got going on. That's cool. She going to want you more. She's going to try to get out with you because you shown the value. She's seen the value in you. You've shown it. You've proved it. And now it's like the ball's in your court, guys. You choose to do whatever you want at that point. You choose to ignore her. You choose to get out with her. Me, I'm ignoring. Whatever. I'm going to keep you around for a little, maybe, if I feel like it. But that's about it. It's just be real with y'all. Just being real. I'm playing to win. I'm playing to win. Y'all can choose. You either be on the winning side or see, some of y'all think that, oh, you know, it should be 50-50. There is no 50-50. In a perfect world, maybe it could be a 50-50, but guys, ladies, that's not how it works. Because eventually she's going to try to struggle for that power. She thinks that she can even get me out on a date. That's delusion right there. Bitch, you honestly think you can get me out on a date? Like, you must be crazy. It's not happening. So, you know, unless I want to, and she's like, oh, I would love to go there. You see the arrogance? I would love to go there. She ain't even asking about where I would like to go. It's just about her. You know what I'm saying, guys? So, guys, ignore these chicks if you feel like it. It works, but you got to have the value first. She has to know. And when you sling it some good Johnson, that makes it even easier. So, guys, let it come to you. You choose to do what you want with it. That's it.